Hello! Okay, so today I really like to try a story time challenge with you, okay? And the way we're going to do this is somebody's going to be in the background and they're going to be calling out some words as I tell my story. And those words are going to help me make up the plot to my story. So give me ideas as to how I could tell that story, okay? And we're going to use something called improvisation. Now, improvisation is where we make up a story on the spot. So without a script or without a book, we just tell the story as we go along. Okay, let's see if I can do it, guys. And then I want you guys to have a go at it at home, all right? Now, the great thing about being able to tell a story is that we can use our wonderful imaginations to go wherever we want. We could go to the moon, we could go to Mars, we could go to the seaside, we could go to Africa, India, Mexico, anywhere we'd like to go. Today, in my story, I'm gonna go underwater. So that is the theme for my story today. So any words that get called out are going to be underwater theme. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Listening? Are we sitting comfortably? Brilliant. Then I shall begin. But before I do, can anyone tell me what are the magic words we start our stories with? The really traditional words that all stories or all fairy tale stories tend to start with. Can you guess? That's right, excellent. Once upon a time. Fantastic. Right, should we start? Brilliant. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a seahorse called Edward. Edward was bobbing along under the water one day.
Jellyfish.
When he came across his very good friend, Mr. Jellyfish. Hello, Mr. Jellyfish, how are you keeping? Oh, said Mr. Jellyfish. Well, not very well. I've got a dreadful story to tell you. Oh dear, said Mr. Seahorse. What's the story, Mr. Jellyfish? Well, you wouldn't believe it, Mr. Seahorse. I was swimming along one day doing my underwater exercises, said Mr. Jellyfish.
Tsunami.
When suddenly a great big wave crashed over the top of me and sent me curling and whirling under the water. That great big wave, Mr. Seahorse, is called a tsunami. Oh, goodness me, said Mr. Seahorse. Well, I'm so sorry, Mr. Jellyfish, that you had to go through that. Well, I'd best get on. Take care, Mr. Jellyfish. Bye. Bye now, bye, said Mr. Jellyfish. Now, Mr. Seahorse carried on bobbing along the water.
Scuba diver.
When, all of a sudden, in front of him, he could see somebody, a person, swimming towards him. And that person had a very strange pipe coming out of their mouth. He suddenly realised that it was a scuba diver. He was a little bit scared of humans, so he hid behind a coral reef and watched as that scuba diver swam past. Oh, said Mr. Seahorse, I'm glad they didn't see me. And he carried on swimming along. Well, he really enjoyed his swimming because it meant that he could see all of his friends, including Mrs. Crab. Hello? Hello? Mr. Seahorse, is that you, Mr. Seahorse?
Shipwreck.
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Crab. Hello, how are you keeping? How are you keeping, Mr. Seahorse? Oh, I'm absolutely fine, Mrs. Crab. Oh, it's very good to see you. How are the little crabs? Oh, they're absolutely fine, Mr. Seahorse. They're keeping very well. In fact, they've gone to crab school this morning. For the first time, it's their first day at school. Oh, fantastic, Mrs. Crab. Well, I'll leave you to it. Goodbye, lovely to see you. And Mr. Seahorse carried on swimming. Fantastic. Okay. I had a very good go at that. It's not always easy, but it's certainly fun. Now I want you guys to have a go at home, all right? Pick a theme. Remember, it could be anywhere you like. It could be space themed, robot themed, underwater themed like mine, sweet shop themed, theme park themed, any theme you like. You could use your imaginations in so many different ways. Okay, fantastic guys. Really, really well done. And thank you for listening to my story today. One thing before I go, just make sure that if you really, really enjoyed the video, you give it a lovely thumbs up. If you could, it'd be fantastic. And then also, if you want to see any more One Day Creative videos, then make sure you subscribe. Fantastic. And take care. See you soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye.